Welcome to the Coven Chat.
Thank you for joining me here at the Maiden Circle Coven Chat podcast, where we talk all things witchy, spiritual, and human.
Hello, merry meet, and welcome to another episode of the Coven Chat podcast. Today we are talking about meditation. Meditation has been around for a very long time, thousands of years, and it originated somewhere in East Asia, with most scholars believing it came from India. I'm a big fan of meditation, and I believe it is essential to having a healthy spiritual life, as well as having a healthy mental and physical life. Some historians believe that meditation began with Hindu practices and then transferred around the world to becoming something kind of different depending on where you are. Whatever type of meditation you do, there are many benefits which we'll talk about later in our episode. For now, let's move on to our fun fact of the day.
Pagan fun fact. Here's your fun facts now.
When we think of meditation, often the first thing that comes to mind, the first image, is someone sitting cross-legged, their eyes may be closed, and they are sort of in silence and in complete stillness, and we are told that they've cleared their mind, they're not thinking of anything. However, meditation differs all over the world. In some places, it's sitting, but in other places, it could be walking, standing, or even dancing. I found an interesting website that focuses on Greek philosophy and Greek philosophers, and one of its articles shares a couple of stories about a standing form of meditation done by Socrates. I'd like to read these very short passages to you, but I encourage you to check the website mountainstoic.com and look for their article Socratic Meditation to get a deeper understanding of why I chose to read these particular pieces. Mostly I chose them because they demonstrate how meditation can take a different form and how it doesn't have to be limited to sitting still and completely silencing or emptying your mind. These are paraphrased passages from two different parts of Plato's Symposium, which demonstrate Socrates' preferred method of meditation. Socrates invites his friend Aristodemus to a dinner party, which is hosted by Agathon. Along the way, Socrates begins to lag behind, and he waves his friend onward. Upon arriving to the house, he takes up a post at the neighbor's porch and stands meditating. Aristodemus enters the house, and Agathon asks where Socrates is, and sends a servant to collect the man. When asked by the servant to come in, he refuses. When the servant reports the happening, Agathon orders him to continue to pester Socrates until he comes in, at which point Aristodemus intervenes and asks the host to let Socrates be, as this is a habit of his which he does frequently, regardless of time and place, and that he will be along shortly. Agathon agrees to do this. A short time later, proving Aristodemus correct, Socrates enters. The mark of wisdom is clearly visible to Agathon, who asks Socrates to share it with him. Socrates declines, and says that if such a thing were possible, to shift wisdom from one to another as a wick will move a liquid, he would, but alas, it is not so. Mountain Stoic notes with interest that this showcases that Socrates could and did interact with others during his meditation, at least in the beginning, and it also showed that he did it so many times that his friends all kind of knew this was his thing. The next passage is a bit shorter. Alcibiades tells the dinner guests of another such time Socrates stood, but this was not a short venture as the one of earlier this evening. At Potidaea in the Peloponnesian War, Socrates joined his thoughts with himself and stood still from morning through lunch and the evening and all through the night until the next morning. Alcibiades states that he would not give up, suggesting a commitment to the process despite outside pressures. It was such a sight that others brought their bedrolls outside to watch. In the morning, he greeted the sun with prayers for the new day. It's made very clear that this is meditation and not prayer, because it's shown that he's praying, afterwards. So that was our fun fact of the day. Again, I encourage you to check out mountainstoic.com and look at all the very cool and interesting stuff that they have there, and read the rest of this particular article on Socratic meditation. So, meditation. What the heck is it? There are many different definitions you'll come across for what meditation is, and if I had to narrow it down to a single word, I suppose I would say focus. When I meditate especially, it is all about what I am focusing on, where my focus may be, where I want it to be, and where it may be if it's not where I want it to be. In general, with meditation, you may hear them telling you to focus on your breath or, count your breaths as you're breathing in and out. These are different methods to bring your focus to your body, because I think the purpose of meditation is to align your mind, your body, and your spirit. This is why meditation can be very helpful with anxiety, because anxiety is being out of alignment. Anxiety is feeling like something is off, something is wrong. And meditation can help you not only bring yourself back into alignment, but it can also help you figure out what the thing is that was causing you to feel out of whack in the first place. As I mentioned earlier, meditation can take a lot of different forms. One of my favorite forms of meditation is dance meditation, where I am simply allowing my body to move and enjoy music. Usually there's music, and I am just in it. I don't think about anything else. I don't worry about anything else. I simply allow my breath and my body and my mind via the music to all come together for one task, and that's to move and feel good. This, of course, has the added benefit of being physically healthy. It gets my heart rate going. It gets me using my muscles, and I end up feeling just kind of amazing afterward. And for me, when I consider it a dance meditation, is when it is ongoing for the day. Like, I'll start it at a certain time, and then I'll have been dancing for 5 hours, 6, 7, 8 hours, the day I have been in this dancing zone, in this music zone, and just sort of engaging with myself, with my body, and with my joy. Of course, there are times when dancing around for hours is not feasible. There are days when there's just too much that needs to be taken care of, when life is too much life. There are times when it's necessary to simply sit in silence, when that's all I have time to do is sit in silence and listen to my breath for 10, 15 minutes. Of course, I have an apartment full of pets, so silence is relative. I also live in a relatively noisy area. Trying to meditate in complete silence with zero distractions, well, I don't know if it's possible here. But I don't think it has to be. The beauty of meditation is that when you do it a while, all that outside noise becomes part of the din. It becomes part of the music of life, of existing. Sometimes, instead of trying to block out the noise, I will simply sit and listen to it. I will name the sounds, the cars, the honks. If I am outside and I hear animals, I'll try to just listen to the sound without even necessarily wanting to name it or figure out what it is. I will simply listen. That kind of meditation serves to connect me with my environment, connect me with the world around me, because sometimes it can be very easy to feel like I'm in a bit of a bottle. And a lot of meditation techniques are about going inward, and this allows me to be less self-focused and more world-focused, which is just as important. Balance is necessary in all things, and that includes where we put our love and attention. Sometimes, many times, it needs to be inward. We need to love ourselves and help ourselves heal so that we can send our love outward and help the world and those in it heal. When I started my spiritual journey, I did a lot of spells and I loved working with covens and I read a lot of books. I was very young. I didn't do so much self-reflection until I was a bit older. As a teen, I was very angsty, not necessarily reflective so much as expressive of my inner darkness. But I accepted that inner darkness, and when others would point out things that my inner darkness made them think of me, I would accept that too. I would believe those things to be true of myself. Only in my 20s did I start hardcore meditation. I would meditate on Sundays. I made it because I grew up in a Christian household, I guess. Sundays are just a good day for worship for me. So I would meditate on Sundays and I would do it for 3 to 4 hours. I would listen to guided meditations. I would spend time doing mandalas, like coloring those in. I would do candle meditations where I would simply light a candle and watch the flame for as long as it takes until it burns out. I would do scripting, I would do journaling, and I was doing this pretty much every Sunday for about 2 years. In that time, I learned to self-reflect. I learned to look at what it was in me that I felt was wrong or bad, and why, if I felt certain things were wrong or bad, was I continuing to indulge in certain things, in certain behaviors, why I was allowing myself to think certain thoughts about myself, certain negative thoughts, why I would say that I loved myself, but I wasn't treating myself with love. I was putting myself in dangerous situations. I was drinking a lot, very heavily. I was not focusing on the things that mattered to me. I wasn't spending enough time. I wasn't writing as much as I would say I wanted to write. I wasn't doing the things that drove me. And I had to ask why. And even now, I still have to do the work of asking myself, okay, am I following the right path? Am I doing this because it feels good in the moment, but is it going to actually feel good in the long term? Is it going to allow me to exist in the life that I want to exist? And all of that work and all of that shadow work was sparked from my meditation practice. It was during a meditation that I came up with the idea for starting Maiden Circle. I can very easily say that meditation has changed and saved my life. There are some historians who believe that meditation and yoga originated in the same place and are indeed the same thing. Yoga is a form of meditation. I've done yoga off and on for years, but only this year, 2022, did I decide to make it a consistent, constant part of my life. And I've reached the point now where I'm doing yoga almost every day, and in the last 2 months, it has been every single day. So now my meditation and my yoga are one and the same. When I'm doing yoga, I am finding a focus. I am either focusing on something in my body that I want to heal or that I want to direct a certain kind of energy to, or I'm focusing on gratitude, or I'm focusing on a goal that I have. I am putting my mind and my body in the same energy so that I can create the life that I believe is my life, that I believe I'm meant to live, that I can be the person that I believe I am. Because we all have ideas of who we are, but we don't always act in line with that. But when I use meditation to set a goal or set a plan or put myself into just a state of gratitude, I am, even just in that act, during meditation, during yoga, being the person that I know myself to be. I am aligning with my true, authentic soul self. And I sincerely believe that if we all can find a way to do that, to become our true, authentic selves, the entire world will benefit. And I think most people at their core are good. Most people have no desire to harm others and sometimes end up doing it anyway. And I think if we are more honest with ourselves and we do take the time to look at ourselves through meditation, through shadow work, which we'll talk about in another episode, I think we will hurt fewer people, we'll hurt ourselves less, and the whole world, again, will benefit. And on an individual scale, meditation has been shown to help with so many aspects of life that to the people who don't do it or don't believe in it or poo-poo it, I just wonder if they are simply too comfortable in their pain or too comfortable in their suffering that they don't want to try something that could actually help. A lot of people are very impatient as well with things like meditation, and in the spiritual community, people are very impatient with magic. These practices require consistency. There are quite a few hurdles to get over before you can see results, and that can be discouraging for a lot of people. But meditation has been shown to help with stress, anxiety, depression, chronic pain, insomnia, high blood pressure, addiction. It's been shown to help with so many things. There are even studies now that have shown meditation to help with cancer healing. I am, of course, not a medical professional. I'm not giving medical advice in any sense. I'm simply saying that to deny the wonder of meditation because it takes too long for you to get into or because you haven't found what works for you yet is doing yourself a disservice. Meditation works, and meditation can help save lives. Alongside proper treatment, alongside, medical professional help, meditation has been shown to improve lives even at the smallest scale. It's certainly improved mine, and I am very grateful that I was shown this technique, that I was brought into the spiritual community, because I don't know if it was something I would have learned about otherwise. And when I say spiritual community, I do mean non-Abrahamic or non-Christian specifically, because I grew up in a Christian household and meditation was looked at as something evil. My mother has since opened her mind to new things, to my practice, but when I was younger, she thought of it as something very dark. To see me sitting with my eyes closed and a candle burning was enough to create a little bit of panic. I am very glad that that's changed. Meditation is absolutely a lifesaver, and I encourage you to give it a chance. Find a method of meditation, whether that is sitting in a quiet space with your eyes closed and monitoring your breath, whether that's listening to guided meditations on YouTube or taking a walk and simply engaging with your environment, taking in everything that you see, hear, smell, feel, and taste. Or it could be dancing and moving around for hours like I do. Whatever floats your boat, try to get yourself in a state of alignment with your mind and your body, to a place where you are not worried about tomorrow, you're not fretting about yesterday, and you are simply here and now and existing and grateful for it. So I'd like to share with you a meditation that is one of those quiet sitting meditations. And it's a simple guided meditation to inspire love and gratitude within you. If you don't have time, feel free to skip ahead to our card reading of the day and come back later. For those of you who do have time, go ahead, take a seat, and get yourself comfortable. When you're comfortable and ready, take a deep breath in and exhale. Take another long, deeper breath in. Exhale. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Continue this breathing as we move through this meditation. Continue to breathe in and know that your breath is your anchor. Your breath is your guide. Your breath is your grounding. With your eyes closed, and as you continue breathing, feel or visualize a warmth in the center of your chest. If you visualize, see it glowing, a warm pink color. Feel this warmth spreading through your chest, moving back through your solid body to warm your back muscles, warm your lungs. Feel this glowing warmth spread into your shoulders, down your arms, into your elbows, through to your wrists and hands, and into your fingertips. This warmth is love. Remember to continue breathing in and out. Feel the warmth now as it continues down through your torso, into your pelvis, your backside and your thighs, your knees, calves, ankles, and all the way into your toes. Let it warm the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet, either out loud or in your mind. Repeat after me. I am filled with the infinite light of love. I am blessed with the infinite light of love. I shall carry with me always this infinite light of love. I am grateful for this infinite light of love. Remember to breathe. As you breathe, feel this warmth spreading through and past your fingertips and toes, through and past the crown of your head, through and past your palms and the soles of your feet. Let this light, this warmth, encircle you, and know that it is with you always. Take another deep breath in, and exhale. Another in, and exhale. On your next deep breath in, feel your hands wherever they are. Feel your feet, whatever they are resting on. Feel what is beneath you, supporting you. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Allow a smile to grace your face. Breathe in, breathe out, and open your eyes. That's it. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this energy with you. Let's move on to our card reading of the day. So, today I'm doing our reading with another one of my decks, the Soul Healing Oracle. You can also find this one at our Etsy store at etsy.com/shop/maidensplayground, all one word. You can find this in any of my decks and a lot more in our store. This is actually the first deck I made, and I use it quite a bit. I actually used it for a reading earlier today, so hopefully you will resonate with the messages on these cards. It's an oracle deck, so the messages are a little more specific than what we can get out of tarot, but at the same time they are also general. So this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So let me know if you like hearing the shuffling, because I can always just do that off mic and then just bring you the reading. So let me know if you like hearing the shuffling and the pre-reading. So I'm calling upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those who are listening to this reading. I call upon the Mother and Father, Lord and Lady, God and Goddess. I call upon our angels, our ancestors, our spiritual guides, our passed on loved ones, and all of those beings who love us and want the absolute best for us, who are watching over us, protecting us, and guiding us. I'm asking for anyone who is listening if there are any messages that we need to hear today. What are the messages that we need to hear today for anyone who is listening, who is here to receive it, who is here and connected through these cards and through our higher selves? What are our messages to take with us on this day? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. We have patience, waiting, stillness, and pause. We have the boy, masculine energy, youthful brashness. We have like a dormant volcano, suppressed anger, reassessed choices, ready to blow. We have Lover's Island, romantic getaway, happy couple, honeymoon. We have the girl, feminine energy, youthful thoughtfulness. We have I see you, soulmates, partnership, mutual understanding. And that looks like those are all the cards that wish to come out. On the bottom of the deck, we have the stone, slow-moving, long-term change, heaviness. What I'm seeing here, with patience followed by the boy and like a dormant volcano, I'm getting the feeling of someone who has been waiting for a long time for something to happen, and they're feeling very ready to blow. They're feeling, pent up. They're feeling the patience that they have maybe had is beginning to wane, and they're wanting to make a very brash choice. They're wanting to really move forward, take action, and do the thing, whatever the thing is that they've been waiting for, that you've been waiting for. Then we have Lover's Island, the girl, and I see you. And here it gives me the energy of someone who realizes that they need to take a break. So perhaps this is a journey from, someone who's been waiting for a long time. You've been wanting something to happen, and you're getting to the point of almost feeling like you have to blow, you're going to blow. And so this is, I think, telling you to take a step back. With romantic getaway, it could be a romance situation. It doesn't have to be, but to take a step back and just allow yourself to relax and to try not to blow up. Be a little bit more thoughtful, be a little bit more receptive with this, the girl energy, the feminine energy, also youthful. So this could be something that's beginning, like you've been waiting for a long time for something to start, and now you're finally at a point where you feel like it's going to start. This could also have to do with working with other people, mutual understanding, partnerships. We also have soulmates. And for some of you, this is a romantic situation or a soulmate connection, because not only do we have the soulmates card, I see you, but we also have the boy and the girl. Those are direct counterpart cards. They're both in this youthful energy. They're masculine, feminine balanced. They are action and thought balanced. So there's perfect balance between these two. And in between, we have like a dormant volcano and Lover's Island. So it's like these two, this brash masculine energy that's ready to blow, and this soft feminine energy that's ready to just connect. And I think for some of you, this is telling you to just find this balance within yourself. And for some of you, this is a soulmate union that's coming pretty quickly, and you may be feeling very impatient. I think this is urging you to just allow yourself to continue to just feed love into this connection, but be very patient. Do not allow yourself to, especially if there's any anger involved, do not allow that to explode. Really think about your choices before you make them. Think about the steps that you're going to take before you take them. And trust that you are going to find this balance. This is largely the main energy I'm getting here is balance. There's going to be something that just falls right into place. And again, like I said on the bottom, we had, I think, the stone, slow moving long-term change. So yeah, this has been something that's been coming, that it's a beginning that you've been waiting to reach. And I think you're so close to it, but do not allow yourself to get so impatient and try to rush to the end, because it feels so close. Allow yourself to be receptive and to again, just think before you act. Think before you make a choice. I'm going to pull just maybe 1 or 2 more cards because I feel that's necessary. We have, okay, this card, I did just shuffle, but this was the next card that almost came out and didn't want to come out when I first pulled. Selkie Spirit, timelessness, immortality, and detachment. So yes, patience, knowing that whatever is going to come, it's going to come. Whatever is going to happen, whatever you've been waiting for, it's going to happen. There is no need to try to rush it. There's no need to allow anger to cloud yourself. There's no need to allow the desire to just run forward and rush ahead to cloud your choices. Really take that step back, relax, open yourself up to this love, this beauty, this balance, this timeless connection, because that's what I'm seeing for some of you. So let me know if that resonated. Write me, message me, whatever it is on whatever platform. Find me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, and let me know what your journey is, because this is a very beautiful pull. And actually, a couple of those cards came out in the reading that I did earlier today too. So that's interesting. So yeah, let me know, and thank you for listening. So that is our episode. Thank you so much for joining us today. Tune in next time for our episode on All Hallows Eve. I'm very excited, and I hope you are too. Until then, know that you are always loved. I send you a world of blessings. Bye now.